Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So recently, we did a video about 2 days ago where I totally went off on Russell Westbrook. Why I said enough is enough. What was the reason that we decided to do that video? We've been running different polls on our channel where we've been asking our viewers, do you think it's time for the Lakers to consider trading Russell Westbrook? And usually it's 50-50, 55-45, people saying, no, you should keep him, give him time and all of these different things. It got to a point for me where I was like, I have clearly seen enough. I think it's time for the Lakers to move on from this guy. We did that video and a lot of people were able to, chime in and give their thoughts and opinions on that. So I made it known. Now, one of the biggest supporters of the Lakers and LeBron James also seems to have reached his breaking point. And who is that? Shannon Sharpe, right? But before we start, it's fair to say that when the Russell Westbrook trade was first announced, like when the rumors were coming out, Shannon Sharpe said that he didn't think it would be a good fit for the Lakers. He didn't see how Russell Westbrook would help LeBron James win a championship because he seemed to be aware of some of the deficiencies in Russell Westbrook's game. But nevertheless, after they made the trade, he tried to put on a brave face. And I think the reason Shannon Sharpe gave the Lakers the benefit of the doubt was because of LeBron James. I think he has a supreme level of confidence and trust in LeBron to be able to work with different type of players and find the formula to help him win championships. And I thought that was the way he was kind of analyzing the Lakers. He said, well, listen, I know it's going to be a tough pairing, but I think given the fact that LeBron James has won championships with so many different type of players, I think he felt as if he would be able to work his magic again. But now that the season has started, the Lakers haven't really gotten off to such a great start. And now we're hearing, because LeBron hasn't played the last few games, we're hearing that LeBron may be out for the coming weeks or even the coming months. I think it's slowly starting to dawn on Shannon Sharpe that, wait a minute, if LeBron is not going to be around, one game Anthony Davis is playing perfectly, the next game he's having stomach issues, what's going to happen? And then I think what's happening is that now he's looking at Russell Westbrook, who is a $40 million man, making $40 million. He's looking at him and he's like, okay, this is one of the reasons they brought you in, where, in the case where LeBron may have to miss some games because of rest or whatever it is, here you are, you're supposed to step up. And we're just not seeing that from you. So yesterday, they did a segment on Undisputed where they spoke about the Lakers because they had lost. And I'm laughing because, listen, I think, we're going to play some of the things that he had to say, but there was one part that we're going to play as well because I just thought it was hilarious. So what we want to do for you guys is this. We want to play Shannon Sharpe's initial thoughts, his raw thoughts on Russell Westbrook and what exactly he thinks about his game. But also, we want to throw in a part where Skip Bayless is a little bit of a troll. We're going to throw in a part where Skip Bayless is basically going through the lowlights of Russell Westbrook, showing all of his missed shots and his turnovers. And we want to play this part because I want you guys to hear Shannon Sharpe's reaction to some of these things as they're happening. So before we go too far, take a listen to some of these things here, and then we're going to come back and give you guys our thoughts. So take a listen to this here.
Russ has been a total disaster for the Lakers. And Skip, I said this. I want to be abundantly clear. I said Buddy Hield would be a better fit for the Lakers than Russell Westbrook.
You said that.
I said, but if anybody can make this work, it's be LeBron. But give me a choice, I'm taking Buddy Hield. Russ is what he is. He's an inefficient, ball-dominant, turnover machine. That's what he's been with the Lakers. We've never seen a player this good. He's been on 4 teams in 4 years. Teams are not letting great players go like this. OKC, okay, good, y'all can have him, Houston. Houston say, nah, we good. The Wizards say, nah, we good. When have we ever seen something like this? This is who he is. And this is very, very disappointing. As I look on the horizon, I don't see the sun rising on the horizon, Skip. This team, and you look at the pieces around it, we said they're not very good, but you got LeBron, you got AD. But the one piece, there are some dishes that you can cook. If you put one ingredient in it, Skip, it messed the whole dish up. It's kind of like a potato salad. You put raisins in potato salad, it's done. I don't care who cooked it. Put raisins in it. Put pecans in it. Because, we done got all day. Everybody would have added something to a dish, a whole sacred dish.
Yep.
5 turnovers a game. And what he's been able to do, Skip, you know what he's been able to do? Get the triple-double. But people don't look at The dude had 22 points, but he had 22 shots. Yeah, he had 11 assists, but he had 7 turnovers. Because we looked at the triple-double, Skip, we forgot just how bad he played in those triple-doubles.
Yep. Could we show first the 12 missed shots that he had at Portland on Saturday night? 12 missed shots. Starts out with Westbrook, back iron.
He's stepping back like he's Steph Curry.
Yeah, and he shoots it with such confidence to me, back iron. And then that's the one that's a foot short. You know, that's a foot short air ball from 17 feet. Left that on the front rim.
The worst thing that can happen is you fall behind because now he start playing hero ball.
Well, and then he thought he could go glass, and he shot it too hard. He's been pretty good off the glass.
What is this?
Just it missed by 2 feet wide right. And then he's up, left-handed, short. Russ, give us a Westbrook that got swatted. And that's just a wild, out-of-control shot that most coaches would pull him for, back iron.
Which shot have you shown that wasn't wild and out of control?
Even the layups are almost air balls. They're so short.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, that is compounded by the fact that he had 6 wild, out-of-control turnovers, if we could see those on Saturday night, where you're double jeopardy, where you're missing 12 shots and you're turning the ball.
What is that?
I don't know. Help me out. This is a cinch first ballot Hall of Famer. Russ, don't. See, most guys get yanked for that, but not Russ. Think he worries about those turnovers?
Skip, these lobs aren't even close.
Now, in those sound bites, man, listen, I thought it was hilarious, right? Not the first part, but the second part. The part where he's like, Skip, what is that? Like, what Skip, what is, like, it's just, I thought it was hilarious. But listen, he basically said everything that I have been saying about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has zero self-awareness. He has no self-awareness. It's almost as if he is unaware of the things that he's doing on a night in and night out basis. It's like, okay, goes out, he plays a game, he stinks up the joint. And it's like, instead of him taking home, looking at the stat sheet, looking at some of his errors and his blunders, it's like they hand him the stat sheet, like, hey, Russ, here's a copy for you. He takes it and throws it in the garbage can. And then the next day comes out there and does the exact same thing. It seems as if he doesn't have a conscience. Now, there's some people out there, like, for instance, if you talk about Kobe said, he has a very short memory. We used to talk about that in great shooters, like you have to have a short memory, meaning that, if you miss the shot, you have to expect the next one to go. You can't let that linger on. But usually that's the type of mentality players who actually can shoot should have. But when you can't shoot, you can't have that type of mentality. And I don't think that Russell Westbrook is aware of the fact that he can't really shoot. If you saw some of those, he was airballing shots. And it's like, what? So the first part to me, I think Russell Westbrook has no self-awareness. Secondly, he plays with this reckless abandon where it's just like, he's totally out of control. And because he's always playing out of control, it is leading to turnovers. And I think that Shannon Sharpe has finally reached his breaking point with this guy. I think Shannon Sharpe has finally said to himself, enough is enough. I think if you ask him, because he brought it up. I think if you ask him, should the Lakers trade away Russell Westbrook, he would do it in a heartbeat, because in that segment, he brought it up on numerous occasions. I'm sure he's not the only one that is thinking this, right? Now, for me, I think the only way that Russell Westbrook gets traded is for LeBron James himself to suggest it. But I think it's going to put LeBron in a very difficult spot, because why? LeBron James embraced Russell Westbrook. You saw it over the summer. They were going everywhere together. They were hanging out at different places. They were going to different events. So it will somehow look like as if he's a two-faced person for him to be hanging out with Russell Westbrook, doing all of these kumbaya things with him, and then all of a sudden to turn around and ask the organization to have him traded. I think it will kind of make LeBron James look like a two-faced player. But to me, I think maybe LeBron overestimated, his ability to manage Russell Westbrook, and maybe he thought Russell Westbrook would, be a different player with the Lakers, but I just don't see it. And personally, I don't see how they can win a championship with him as their starting point guard. Now, if they're able to convince him to come off the bench, that's something else. But as it stands right now, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And to me, I think Shannon Sharpe, going back to his comments, I think he's reached his breaking point. He was not holding back. He was not nice about it. I don't even think he used to go this hard on Kyle Kuzma, just to let you know just what he really thinks about Russell Westbrook. So for me, I think he's seen enough. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you think Shannon Sharpe has seen enough from Russell Westbrook, or do you think that, listen, it's maybe just the moment, given the fact that he just got to win, that maybe as time goes on, he'll probably change his tune? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, it's just Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.